Hello, hello. If you clicked on this video, I am guessing that you are looking for ideas that you can make and sell this Christmas season. And I have an idea for you that I think you're gonna like. And if you're familiar with my channel in the past, you know I do this every year, where I sit down and I talk to you guys about things that I have sold or currently sell that are successful for me, and hopefully they will be for you as well. In the past years, I've talked about Santa boxes, and I've made several videos on that. They're linked up above. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But in this video today, we are going to be discussing custom mugs for grandparents. And before you go, ooh, no thank you. This is not just like best grandma, best whatever, things like that. It's actually an adorable mug. I'll put up a picture here, or video here, just kind of give you an idea. So what this mug is I would sell this particular mug mainly on Etsy. I did some local sales with it as well. Etsy was my biggest seller with this one. Now, I would let people choose the name, so any grandparent name, and I wouldn't just limit it to grandparents. I mean, tell people to think outside the box. This can be mom, dad, aunts, uncles, teachers. That was a really big one. The design you see me using here featured is a teacher mug where people just picked out their teacher name, and it made a really cool gift that the teacher could remember those kids every year by. But specifically at Christmas, I would focus mainly toward grandparents as a grandparent gift and market it as such. And I'm not only going to give you that idea, but I'm also going to walk you through how I make that mug. So if you're looking at those images going, where do you get that from? How did you make that? I'm going to show you how I design it, and I will walk you through those steps. When I was making this mug, I like to give people options. So when I was going and making the stick figure choices, I did a light skinned option, a darker skinned option, and I also added a pet option. Now all these stick figures came from a shop called Pink Pueblo. So let me go ahead and show you that shop. Okay, so this is the shop Pink Pueblo. I hope I said that right. So as you can see, she has a ton of different stick figure options. She has black and white images. She has some colorful images, holiday images, all of stick figure families that you can use. The one that you'll see me designing with is actually this file right here. Okay, so what I did is I would purchase this file and I would download that one. And now this is the lighter skinned family. She also has another family option, this one here I also purchased as well, the African American stick figure set here. So I have different options for my customers. And then I did go a step further and I also purchased her dog file with different breeds of dogs. So I downloaded all three of those. And then what I did is I took them and I made them into an Etsy listing to give people an option as to what they could choose to customize their mug. And this is what it looked like. Is the main image. So I put this grandma is loved by, and you have the stick figures and their names underneath it. And then to give people the choices as to what they could choose, I put each one as an option with a number above them. And I did the same with the pets. And then what I did is, where it says add your personalization, I would say add the name. So Bradley image 1. So that would mean that we wanted the boys image 1, and then the girls are all separate down here. Alexis would be image 10. And I just kind of gave people an example. Like if you wanted it to be Fido, image 30, you know, you'd add that one on there too. And then I would tell people exactly how many stick figures they could include on the mug. Mugs up to 15, I could easily accommodate about 12 to 15 without them being crazy small. And the price of the mug, I would sell it for around 15. But to be honest with you, that was last year and things have increased in price. So that will be going up this year for me. That was an older price, so I would adjust your price accordingly based on how much you're spending on your mug. Now that you know where I got my design stuff from, the images, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on into Cricut Design Space. This is where I will be designing this mug today. You can design this in any program that you have. Photoshop, Silhouette, Cricut Design Space, you name it. I'm just using Cricut Design Space and then using their print and cut and sublimating the mug. But I'm just gonna bring those images into Cricut Design Space and then we will make them from there. Okay, so what I would do is once I pulled the images into Cricut Design Space, I would go ahead and just start lining them up. So if the customers wanted these names, Gage, Morgan, Avery, and then Amelia, Ivy, Lucy, Anna, and a dog named Abby, this is how it would look for me. I typically did my designs about 3 inches by 3 inches for the front. So I could fit typically comfortably 3 to 4 children in this front row. If I had to, I would do a few underneath. But if I could spread them out and make the front and the back and have the stick figures just be a little bit bigger, that was my preferred preference. If I had to get smaller just for the sake of being able to put more children on the mug, I did. But this is what it would look like. I would go ahead and pull the stick figures in, put their names underneath it, and I would line everything up like so. Once I had all of this lined up, I would go in here, I would flatten it if you're working in Cricut Design Space, and I would go ahead and click Make It, or print the image off. And once I printed the image off, I would just sublimate. So I'm not going to show you the sublimation process because I'm assuming if you're on this channel and you're looking for things like that, you know how to sublimate a mug. If you don't, check out the video. I'll link it up above. That is going to show you like an introduction to the basics of sublimation. But I hope this video is helpful for you guys in coming up with an idea that you can sell this holiday season. Like I said, this I sold on Etsy, some local, mostly on Etsy. The price was $15. It will go up this year because of inflation, and everything's just costing more material-wise. But keep that in mind. Now, you have an option with this. I did a flat price, but some people do it based on like how many kids you put on a mug, and they'll charge more for different numbers of children. I don't. I think it's nice just to keep it at one fixed price, and the price is the price, but you decide. I hope you guys liked that idea. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I wish you guys the best of success selling this holiday season. Merry Christmas.